Justice Nwite has ordered the interim forfeiture of 57 properties allegedly linked to Abubakar Malami, while he granted the order following an ex parte application filed by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Now, the multi-billion naira assets, including luxury residential and commercial properties, they're located in Abuja, Kebbi, Kano, and Kaduna states. Although the ruling was delivered on Tuesday, a certified true copy, a CTC, was obtained on Wednesday. Now, the judge directed that the order should be published in a national daily, inviting everyone with interest in the properties to show cause within 14 days, while a final forfeiture order should not be made. Now, the case was adjourned to January 27 for a report on compliance. Right, joining me now on the news to speak on the recent concerns raised by Justice Emeka Nwite of the Federal High Court over alleged attempts by some lawyers and litigants to influence proceedings in the case involving a former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, have a senior advocate of Nigeria, Oba Maduabuchi, joining us on Newsnight tonight. Welcome. Good to have you on Newsnight.
It's always a pleasure.
And a happy new year
Same
to
you, my dear.
Where do we begin to unpack these issues from? I mean, I recall a 2024 report by the National Bureau of Statistics and the UN Office on Drugs and Crime, UNODC, actually identified the judiciary as the most corrupt institution in Nigeria. At times, they compete. I mean, judiciary competes with the police on that rank. But this alarm, what seems to be an alarm being raised by Justice Emeka Nwite, does, raise questions around corruption in the judiciary, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. And I remember, like you said, 2024, 2023, usually around the election year.
Yes.
We had it, we called it All Eyes on the Judiciary. And even the judiciary, anytime now they hold meetings or they hold conferences, and that is the first thing the senior judges happen. Don't soil our name any further. We are getting bashes all over the place. So it's, but let me just say that the judiciary does not corrupt itself.
Right.
It is us people who go to corrupt the judiciary.
When you say people, which people specifically? Because
it is litigants,
lawyers, and counsels to the litigants.
Yes,
in this
it is these litigants that corrupt the judges. Mm-hmm. Maybe they use some lawyers. There are two types of lawyers. Okay. Lawyers that know the law and lawyers that know the judge. Ah. So if you're a lawyer that knows the law, you limit yourself to your business in the courtroom. But if you are one of those that know the judge, when you are charging fees, you also include the one you pass on to the judge. So these are the two.
How widespread is this? Because in pushing back on that general perception that the judiciary, especially judges, that judges are corrupt, the NBA chairman, in the person of Afam Osigwe, actually said no. It's the issue of corruption in the judiciary is being exaggerated somewhat. Do you agree with that? Well,
I think there's some large measure of exaggeration. But if it is whether there is corruption in the judiciary, if I say no, then I'm telling myself lies. And at my age, that would be unfortunate. There is corruption.
Why is it that bad?
The corruption started from politicians who are desperate. In fact, in 2003, when the PDP wanted to retain power by all means.
In 2023?
2003.
2003. Right, okay.
When they wanted to retain power by all means. And Obasanjo was visibly very unpopular. And 2003, yes, during his second tenure. That was when this corruption assumed unpleasant proportions. It affected us lawyers because those of us who spend our time reading our books, preparing our cases, we find that we were losing out. We are losing out to those who know how to enter a judge, pass on something to him and all that. But it's not. But there are also judges. There are judges who show a lot of integrity. Right. So there are judges who, no matter what you try to do, they will laugh and tell you, please, when I finish, if you like, you come and show me gratitude. But even that should be unacceptable. Should be avoided. Yeah. Like what my Lord Justice Witte said. It's a very unfortunate statement to make, because it leaves a lot to the imagination. It leaves a lot to speculation. Why is the man complaining? The people, how did they get into his house? A judge has orderlies. He lives in a house that has a gate. Right. How did they cross the gate? Before the gate man will allow them to come in, he must tell the judge. So the judge, they say, Oba Maduabuchi wants to see Justice Witte. Justice Witte knows Oba Maduabuchi is defending somebody before him. Right. Under our ethics, the first thing he's to make sure of is that I am there with the lawyer on the other side. A judge is not supposed to see a lawyer who is doing a matter before him alone, without a lawyer on the other side. Yes. So if there are lawyers who entered his house and tried to influence him, the first blame goes to him.
Why should the blame go to him?
Because he was the one that allowed them. Yeah, he received them.
And you might also want to ask, what gave them the impression in the first place that this judge
is amenable?
Yes. That he's approachable?
Yes.
Or that, I mean.
So
what does this really mean, all of this, in the general picture? What does it mean for administration of justice in Nigeria?
The thing has gone bad, because otherwise, with this now, Justice Witte should recuse himself. Because he cannot, there's no, if he does not, what was the issue then was only question of bail. We hadn't gone into the main matter. And you are saying they try to influence you on bail, and you grant the bail. Right. Even though we have questions of financing terrorism. And you say you grant that person bail. People will say, why is this man making noise? If he didn't collect something, why should you grant a terrorist bail? Right? No, but he has come to say, nobody should come to try to influence me. But why, like we said earlier, why did you allow them near you in the first place?
Now, so there is the NJC.
Yes.
The Nigeria Judicial...
the Nigeria Judicial Commission.
And there's also the NBA. I wonder what role do they have here to play in ensuring not only that our judges are incorruptible. I recall in secondary school I read the book, The Incorruptible Judge.
All of us did.
Are they still there? Do we still have the incorruptible judges? But specifically, what should the NJC be doing?
The NJC, because one, no judge, no lawyer, no person was named as having come to try to influence the judge.
Right.
So, and the NJC cannot go wild good chasing.
Can they investigate the...
No, they can. That's their job, to keep judges in track.
Right.
That's their job. But I wonder how the judge said they came to see me, and please don't come to see me again. That is the aspect I don't like. If they came to see you and you received them, if they finish, you can say, "Call. I want to talk with you, but bring the other lawyer." Right. If they did not come with the other lawyer and you are talking with them alone, then you behave like we say in Igbo land. A palm wine tapper does not say everything he sees when he climbs up. Otherwise, people will refuse to climb up, or people will run away from any area.
So where do you begin to clean up the Nigerian judiciary?
The moment, insofar as governors decide who are judges.
That's one aspect.
Yes, that's the main aspect.
The political aspect.
Yes, that is the main thing. Because all these things are political. When you hear corruption, it's usually with respect to political matters. When a lawyer...
I doubt very much if it's in all cases.
No, there's nothing like... Even Jesus had 12 good apostles and 1 bad one.
No doubt.
Yes, and then he performed a miracle, and I think one person came back to say thank you, the rest went away.
How do you clean up the judiciary?
So clean up judiciary is changing how we appoint our judges. They have taken a first step. Before you hear a judge has been appointed. These days it's no longer like that. They publish the names of those who are, just like they do for us when we want to be SANs.
Yeah.
They publish your name. People will say, no, I know this guy. He's like that. He's like that.
And there was a recent case where...
So you find the thing pruned away 34 people.
About 34 or 30, yeah.
So and then the DSS must be very, very proactive. It might be invasion of privacy. But when a judge is handling a sensitive case like Malami, his phone should be bugged.
Okay.
Yes. They should listen to his phone. If it is an innocuous call, you stop the bugging. But when he begins to arrange, then how do you help us with this case? So I beg you, I'm going to send somebody to come and see you, blah, blah, blah. You listen, know who it is, thrill the person, and then catch the judge.
Get a smoking gun.
Yes. So, but insofar as we say we cannot invade their privacy. What is that? For example, somebody is doing a political matter, sitting as a chairman of a tribunal. I don't see why you shouldn't bug him. You must bug him.
It's part of their job.
Yes.
To
so and
shouldn't that already be the case? I mean, in the
that
case
is,
of
that's what
Wite,
that's what I'm suggesting.
Already.
Yes. Because by now the DSS would have known who went to see. You see, this thing has bigger ramifications than we think to know.
What are those?
Now, you see, like he said, lawyers. The lead counsel there is my callmate, J.B. Daudu, the former president of the Nigerian Embassy.
Right.
Somebody I know very well. J.B. will not go to give you bribe.
Was he directing specifically the counsel to Malami in this case?
Of
or
course,
was he just making a general
It couldn't have been a general statement because he said, with respect to this case, people are coming to see me, to influence me.
Yeah, I guess
so. And he said, counsel and litigants. When you say that, and somebody as big and clean as...
Couldn't be more direct than that.
I don't know. And you if as far as I'm concerned, we shouldn't continue.
He should recuse himself from the case.
Yes, because every time there will be speculation all over the place. Who did he mean? Is it this person? Is it that person? There are about 5 senior advocates. Is it all of them? Which one of them? So that statement is deeper than.
Let me quote Olisa Abakoba as we round up. Facts and law no longer form the basis of Supreme Court decisions. So it goes that far, the issue of corruption in the judiciary.
As
far as the Supreme Court.
No, you see, the Supreme Court is a court of policy.
Right.
And a court of justice. There are, if you go back a bit into 1979, 12 to 3rd.
Right.
When they gave that judgment, they say, please don't cite this as authority anywhere. Because they didn't want to hit up the polity. They said, let us give this judgment to stabilize things. Let us get away from the military rule and continue with our lives.
Right.
So Supreme Court does things like that. They do things like that. And then Supreme Court is misunderstood most often times. I have been vilified because I said the Constitution allows the president to remove elected officials when there is a state of emergency.
Yes.
In the first place, when there is state of emergency, the normal goes away. It is the abnormal that comes in. That is why it is a state of emergency. Just 1 minute.
Right.
So when the law says you can take extraordinary means, steps to stabilize the polity, the most extraordinary step you can take is to remove an elected official.
Right. You know, I raised that point to ask these ambiguities that we read into Supreme Court judgment, whether it's the appeal court, whether it's even the High Court.
Yes.
Is it possible that corruption might just be playing a major role in a way that we don't have clarity when the court, makes a judgment, and every side still has that leeway to interpret, whichever way
obviously, it is a smart judge and a smart lawyer that aids corruption. It is a smart lawyer that will profile an argument which ordinarily nobody will buy. It is a smart judge that will pick up, as we are sitting, I'm wearing black, you're wearing white.
Yes.
He will not turn it and say that it is
what, black.
Because say that he's wearing black and Oba is wearing white. That is a smart, intelligent judge that can do that. And that is because that's because there's a hole they see, then from there it takes high intelligence to maneuver,
those.
to navigate all those things. So it is not clear cut. There is corruption where I concede, but it's not as widespread as people say.
And would it be fair not to look at the welfare of judges and expect them to be above board, like Caesar's wife?
No, it is impossible. I remember, if I go back a little, when I was still in Jos, every Friday what we do is we stay at filling stations. When a judge is going to his village, you see him, you fill his tank for him.
Right.
His salary may be 25,000 naira. That is money you make in one undefended list. Undefended list is the cheapest case to do. Then
so maybe that's where the reforms need to begin from.
So now the judges their salary has gone up, their houses are better, their welfare is better, and all that. Yeah. But still, whoever wants to be corrupt will be corrupt.
Regardless of what you give
no matter what you do.
Okay. Oba Maduabuchi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight. And just like Justice Emeka Nwite said, all judges are not the same.
Yes.
We'll have to leave it there.